What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending where I happen. I hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it tonight to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the markets. Again, a lot of mixed results out there. Markets are kind of flat for the most part, considering what happened last night. We've actually flattened out, even with Bitcoin going down as far as it did. It's kind of flattened out now over the last 24 hours. And to be honest with you, over the last 7 out as well. So the positive thing here is that we talk about this a few streams back. We've talked about it. I've actually talked about it probably multiple streams about where's the local bottom on this, how we found a local bottom. Again, a lot of things out there saying that we are close. Some things out there saying that we're not close. And I think it's good to take a look at those things. More data comes out every day. New things are displayed every day. I think charts change every day. News changes every day. And as you guys know, this cycle of what the cryptocurrency market and even what the stock market is really just driven off of it's just really driven off of Trump. I mean, it's driven off of the Trump administration. Whatever's coming out of the White House, whatever's coming out of that area seems to be like kind of where the markets go. Every time, Jerome Powell speaks, the markets react. Every time Trump speaks or says something, obviously it reacts. We know that a lot of those things are happening right now. And it's just kind of crazy when you think about it. It's kind of crazy how someone, although probably the most powerful man in the world and Donald Trump, can say something and make the markets move. And as you guys know, there is going to be a big announcement tomorrow. Trump came out and said that there's going to be another big announcement tomorrow afternoon. We'll see like what that does for the charts here. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that markets react. And Sunday was a dump. And again, I know I talk about positive things here. I talk about negative things here. I guess for me personally, like I just try to I want to be positive. I know that sometimes you're like, well, positivity is not always the best because people want to just hear the truth, but it's so hard in this market because of the reactions within the market. And we've seen levels that we haven't seen before. We've seen levels that we haven't seen since 2022-23 bear market. And, we've already hit levels of which we hit in those markets. So like to say that we're in a bull run that like flashed bear market real quick. And then we've recovered from those things too. So it's just kind of a weird market overall. But before we jump into it all, I want to say what's up to the A-Team here. We got Phil in the house here. What's up, my guy? We got JW. What's up, dude? Ian's in the house here. Chris, yeah, hit that like button. I appreciate you, man. Just Maui's in the house. Gregor, what's up, bud? Good to see you, man. We got Chipper, Alexi. What's going on? Robbie. It's good to see everyone here, man. Bull market. We'll talk about it, dude. Machete, what's up, man? What's up, man? Code Core, what's up, buddy? I feel like I've seen Code Core in a minute, dude. Audio is much better here. Oh, okay, Double D. Appreciate that. Hopefully my audio is okay over on the TikTok side. I tried to switch around some of the audio over there. Hopefully it's not echoing like it was before. So yeah, if someone's over there, let me know if it is or not. Wish XRP has double digits at this time. Was disappointed. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, dude. I think XRP still has a good shot at doing some things. I mean, obviously ETFs just hit. It took a while for the Ethereum ETFs to actually get traction. If you go back and actually look when the Ethereum ETFs hit, it took a long time. It actually took like almost 6 months. It felt like it took a lot longer than that for the Ethereum ETFs to finally get hold of like what they were doing. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So I think it's actually pretty good of where they're at. I'm just happy that we actually have ETFs now for them. I think people are going to eventually start to see it once the markets turn around and maybe once the economy starts to feel better. The economy's actually been doing pretty well. I mean, obviously inflation has been a big thing for us, but overall, I think the economy's actually done pretty well. I mean, obviously we have record highs on the stock market. You can't really say too much about that, right? I mean, record highs with the stock market is a pretty telling sign. However, we're battling inflation. Hopefully here on December 10th, we get a nice little rate cut there. We do know that Jerome Powell is going to be retiring here next year. We do know that Trump made an announcement that he's going to be announcing his pick for the next Fed chair here shortly. Maybe that's tomorrow. Maybe that's a big announcement for tomorrow. Is the Fed chair pick? I don't know. That would be. I don't know if this could be good or bad. We do know that it's kind of like the ghost chair thing that they talked about. Ghost chairs could be negative, but they also could be positive, especially in a market like this. So it's going to be very interesting to sort of see how this plays out. I've been hearing some sources say that this is a last turn down is because of a cart train. Interesting. Yeah, Tim Shea, we got the mayor of crypto in the house. What's up, Tim Shea? Good to see you, my guy. Appreciate you being here. When bonds are sold, that's not good. Yeah, bonds definitely got sold, man. You can see the Japanese markets, right? Yeah, Jeffrey Mix, what's up, buddy? Good to see you guys. We got Griff's in the house here too. What's up, man? Michael PNW, what's up, bud? Yeah, sorry, I'm scrolling a little fast now. Neo, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you guys all being here. All right, let's jump into it. We got some things to share here. We got some market stuff to share. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin's at 86,258. So it's actually up considering where it went earlier. You can see right here, the 7-day marker has actually come down. Remember, this was like 8%, 9% right now. It's at 1.62%. So not too bad, actually. Ethereum sitting around 4.36 on a 7-day marker, down to 2,789 right now. So not too bad, actually. Again, XRP falling back down to the $2 range. This was sitting at 225 roughly, I don't know, a couple days ago. And it's kind of crazy. It's down at the $2 range. But I mean, people are still trading it. Obviously, some leverage trades are in there. You can see right here, Hedera still down around the 13-cent marker. Kind of crazy to see, but again, here we are, dude. 360 addiction. Oh, dude, what's up, Dreams? Appreciate you giving me gifted 5 memberships to the A team. If Dreams gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Dreams, and appreciate that a ton, man. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see different names in here. So if Dreams gifted you a membership, please say thank you. And those 5 new members, welcome to the A team. What's up, everyone over here on the TikTok side? Appreciate you guys all being here. It's pretty crazy to see the 360 addiction over here. It's weird to see names on YouTube now that are completely different. So kind of sucks, but to see the name shift. Yeah, friggin' legend. Hell yeah, dude. So you can see that's where the market's at. The stock market's obviously with the futures. Right now, the futures aren't looking too bad. Hopefully I'm not glitching too much here. Seems like I am, dude. You can see right now the futures aren't looking too bad. I mean, they're flat across the board here. Obviously little has changed over this, but I mean 17 points down on the NASDAQ, about 7 points down on the S&P 500, and about roughly 56 down on the Dow right now. So nothing too crazy here. But as you can see right here, a regime change looms at the Feds. One candidate emerges as a front runner. As you guys know, good old Kevin Hassett is the guy that's looking to take charge here. Let me share my screen with you guys. I haven't shared my screen, so that's pretty lame. There you go, right there. You can actually see that Kevin Hassett is actually the pick. I think right now, Polymarket has him at like a 78% chance of getting elected to sit as the next Fed chairperson. And I think that the positive thing about this happening is that one of the positive things about it happening is that we know for a fact that Donald Trump's probably going to have a lot of influence on this. Obviously, this is a conservative Republican who's going to be sitting on this chair. I know he elected Jerome Powell last time, but I mean, now you're going to have someone who's obviously in the pocket of Trump. Again, whether you like him or not, that's just is what it is. But I think that we're going to probably have bigger rate cuts coming, which could be negative. It could be positive. I don't know what it's going to be, but I do know that it's probably going to be more aggressive. And you can see right here, the actual pick will take over the Fed that currently torn over the future course of the interest rates and is facing calls for aggressive reforms. So, I mean, I don't think Trump's going to put someone in there that he doesn't feel like he has some kind of control over. Again, just my personal opinion here. Again, whether you like him or not, Trump's going to obviously do something like that. Austin, do you ever sell underwater crypto positions, locked in capital loss? Nah, dude, I haven't sold. I don't sell. I'm not selling for losses, dude. I've held a lot of my positions through the thick and thin, dude. I don't typically sell a whole lot of positions, man. Like I said, I've been holding for a long time. Obviously I'm like my leverage trades. Yeah, dude. I'll hit stop losses and stuff like that where I'll take a loss, for some leverage or margin calls, but nothing long term, dude. If I go out and I buy a crypto, I usually tend to hold it for a long period of time. I mean, even like XCL, right? XCL came out on a pre-sale 2 months ago. Like it's still up almost 300% on the project. Like some people were saying, well, take your profit. Like I usually don't, dude. Like that's my thing is I usually buy and I hold. Like that's just kind of who I am. See what the project can do, see where they can go. And that's really what it comes down to for me, man. So no, I don't typically sell a whole lot of positions, man. And plus, I think paying short-term gains is not a big thing for me. I don't want to pay short-term gains. I mean, I'm in a tax bracket that, I'll be paying a decent amount when it comes to the short-term gains side of things. So I'd rather just hold long-term, pay the long-term gains, and maybe even hold off to a point where when I do cash out, maybe there's no capital gains at all. Maybe on crypto at some point, maybe we get no capital gains. I know a lot of us talked about that with the Trump administration, whether that even happens or not, I have no idea. But I mean, I'm kind of holding out for it. That'd be amazing to hold on long enough to where when you cash out, you don't pay any capital gains. Because as you know right now, I mean, even paying 33% of your gains is horrible. That's a short-term gain, right? Long-term is about 13 to 15%, depending on your tax bracket. And even that's like a lot. You know what I mean? If you're cashing out $1 million, dude, to pay 15% on that is just sucks, dude. I mean, like even paying 10% on $1 million, dude, paying $100,000, like that sucks. You know what I mean? So if you didn't have to pay anything on that, that's what I'm holding out for. I'm just being 100% honest with you guys. That's what I'd hold out for. And I kind of feel like there's no reason for me to sell. It's long-term holds for me from here on out. That's why I don't really care where the markets are going. I just know that eventually they're going to go back up in price. They always do, always have over the course of crypto. You can never change my mind on that. As much as people want to call for this to go to zero, I call bullshit. Like, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have all these institutions buying this and then allowing that to happen. It's just not going to happen, dude. So that's kind of where we're at. But I mean, as you can see, this is going to be a big announcement. Hopefully this comes out tomorrow. As you guys know, Trump did come out and say that there was going to be a big announcement tomorrow, which I think could be good. I don't know what that announcement's going to be, but maybe it is a Fed chair. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that's kind of what you want to see, right? And so, yeah, that's where we're at, dude. Bitcoin right here. Obviously, you can see right here, Bitcoin logs its worst day since March. As you guys know, March and April were some of the worst days for crypto. This was obviously when the whole tariff discussions were being said with the Trump administration. Massive sell-offs back in March, April of this year. And we haven't seen this this bad of a loss in almost, what is that, 6 months? No, more than that. Yeah, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I mean, dude, we're talking 8-9 months, dude. That's insane. That's crazy, dude. And so, yeah, yesterday was a pretty bad day for crypto. I'll be honest, dude. Not a great day. So here's what I want to say right here. BTC didn't dump because of bad news. It dumped because the clock flipped. UTC closes, new day, new week, new month, and an obscene amount of algos fired almost simultaneously. It's not traders making decisions. It's actually portfolios rebalancing in real time. AI trading is a big part of that. Inventory adjusted, hedges resetted, risk got flushed. The candles looked emotional, but the behavior is mechanical. And so, you know, it's funny that we sit here and see it, that the market is a beautiful machine if you actually watch it. And people time these things, dude. This is all AI driven. And I think people are actually timing these things. And that's kind of what we're seeing, dude. Things are getting flushed when they need to be flushed, and adjustments are being made. And it's not really like people like you and I that are day trading this thing. This is actually machines out here that are rebalancing the charts. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And it's not like someone like you and I, like sitting at a computer, like hitting the trade button. That's not how it works. And that's why, you know, a lot of this AI trading is going to be a big thing coming here in 2026 and beyond, dude. The AI trading is going to be, it's going to be insane, dude. You're not going to be able to actually, it's going to kind of suck if you're a retail trader, because you can't battle the AI side of the trading side. Like, you know, these people going out there and setting buy and sells and scalping and doing arbitrage. It's all bot driven, dude. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So, you know, to make a buck in this space, it is buy and hold. It's buy and hold. It's DCAing your way into positions, finding the projects that you like and sticking with those. And that's kind of where it's at. But you can see right now that it's nothing fundamentally changed. It's just a rebalancing of the charts because of everything that flipped. But here we are. I wanted to show this. I showed this a couple days ago, probably a couple days ago. But this actually shows you when the quantitative easing or quantitative tightening ended. And you can see last time we had it was back over in 2008. And it went through a period of time here where we actually put it in. And then you can see that it took almost 2 years or about a year before we actually started to see the effects of it after we ended quantitative tightening. And then right here, you can actually see the same thing here. So you can actually see that once we did it in 2020, look at the massive rally that we had here. And now here we are again, millions of US dollars. Here we go. We had the tightening coming up. And here we are in 2025, going into 2026, where now we've had this quantitative tightening that's been here. Now it's been released, and hopefully we have a nice little run. Here's the run that happened right here after it ended. Here's when it started. Here's when it ended. And you see we had a rally since then, right? Here's where it started. Here's where it's ending. And then we're starting to see the rally happen here in 2020. Now we're hoping to see that same effect happens here in 2025, 2020. It's actually going to be 2026 most likely. It takes a little bit to actually heat up. So that's always a good thing to see. We got Rio. Thanks so much for becoming a member of the A-Team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Welcome, my friend. Thanks so much for being here. Couldn't appreciate you more, dude. XL Mafia here, Austin. Hell yeah, dude. XL Mafia. Still out here, still doing strong. Obviously, Exceller's one of the top projects I'm in right now. Actually, a pretty large bag in Exceller, and I got another big bag coming in Sentinel, dude. Sent is going to be a great one, I think, as well. That price is obviously going up. That pre-sale is jumping up pretty quickly. Hit that million marker, and now it's up to like $1,020,000. So yeah, things are looking pretty good for that pre-sale. No capital gains, no federal income. Low would have mighty. Yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see how that comes out, dude. Love the channel. Oh, Mr. Day, appreciate you being here, man. Thanks so much, dude. Not selling either, long-term holder. Hell yeah. Hi, awesome. My Pure Wallet secret phrase isn't working. Pure Wallet's not responding. What can I do? Your secret phrase isn't working. Oh, have you tried to put it in another wallet? That's the question I have. If you could take your seed phrase and put it into another wallet, that's where you're gonna, be able to see if it actually really works or not. Or hopefully you wrote it down correctly, or maybe you can go back in and double check what it is. Just hope that like you double checked all that. That's my only fear. What are your thoughts on all the recent market manipulation ever since the CZ? I mean, yeah, the market manipulation is out here, but I mean, it's all AI driven. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's all AI driven. And a lot of the data is suggesting that like we haven't hit levels that we've hit levels of bear market levels, and then we haven't hit levels of like what a full bear market or full bull market looks like. So there's just like mixed results across the board here. And here's one of them right here, right? You got obviously the manufacturing data that came in, and it said the new PMI data just dropped, but so like again, you have these manufacturing datas that come in here, and I think it's super important. You have let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, these indexes come in here, and really this is about the PMI data is dropping here on the business cycle, remains in contraction, meaning that Bitcoin typically sees the biggest rallies once the US business cycle returns to expansion. And as you can see, I mean, this is still at levels. I mean, you go back over here to 2020. I mean, we're at levels of like kind of bear market territory. We haven't even hit bull market territory for it compared to Bitcoin pricing. So it's just kind of a different way of looking at it, dude. Rather buy gold. Gold's actually doing good. I mean, in all reality, gold's been performing pretty good. I'll say that gold's been performing pretty damn good. Usually Bitcoin does pretty well. And here we are, where gold's outperforming Bitcoin. Even silver's on the verge of doing this. You know what I mean? So yeah, thanks so much for being here for 11 month streams, almost a year. So much can change. Grateful to be here, and I appreciate you being here, man. Always holding it down in the chat, dude. Appreciate you, my guy, for always sticking through. But yeah, the manipulation's always been here, dude. But a lot of indicators are suggesting that we, maybe hit some local bottoms here. Some people are saying we haven't, right? And then on top of that, you have Federal Reserves just pumping about $13.5 billion into the U.S. banking system through overnight repos. As you guys know, these were huge levels coming here, but $13.5 billion being pumped into the banking system. This is the second largest liquidity injection since COVID, and surpasses even the peak of the .com. So, like, I mean, now you have money being injected into the banking system, and if you go back and actually look at these levels, I mean, this is actually very positive, right? So, some people are like, "Well, that's kind of negative." Well, I mean, you can look at it another way, and it can be very, very positive. Obviously right here, stock market momentum has been historic. So as much as we're like, everyone's like, it's a bear market, we're looking bearish, things are bad, economy is bad, all this stuff is bad. Just realize that in 2025, the S&P 500 finished positive for the 7th consecutive month, the longest streak since 2018. That's phenomenal, dude. Like the stock, as much as we're in crypto, the stock market has been doing phenomenal. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy when you see this, dude. Over this period, the S&P 500 has gained roughly 23.9%. That's not that much, right? When you think about crypto, everyone's like, well, I'm expecting like 400% return in a year on crypto. You got to think 23.9% in a year is phenomenal. The average, if you take it across the board, on average, you're lucky to get anywhere from 6 to 7% gains on an annual basis from the stock market. So to see 23.9% in 7 months is crazy. This is also in line with the rallies seen in 2009, 13, and 21. So, I mean, anyone out there suggesting that like the markets were horrible or that 2025 wasn't that good, like, just go look at the data, dude. The data tells us everything, dude. And as much as the bears have been here over the last probably 2 months, just realize the bulls have controlled the majority of the 12-month window here. 7 consecutive months of this. Yeah, we might have fallen into some bear territory here in the last couple of months. But for the majority of this year, we've been actually doing pretty damn good. I mean, we've hit all-time highs with a lot of things. So, again, don't let the bears shake you from your trades. Don't let them shake you from your positions. Just realize, I think that overall, bulls will always prevail. With December historically one of the strongest months for the markets, upside momentum is strong. However, I did show you that usually when November is in a bad month, we typically have when November is in a bad month, typically December follows as well. So just realize that as well, that December typically is in a negative after November. 100% of the time that's actually true. If you go back and look, 100% of the time when it comes to Bitcoin, if November is red, that means that December is most likely red as well. So kind of sucks when you think about that, but you could anticipate maybe a down December, maybe altcoins start to run, but we'll see what happens. This is a weird cycle. We're not in a normal cycle. I'll tell you that right now. Definitely not in a normal cycle. It says Bitcoin BTC now underperforming U.S. Treasuries by 12% over the last 12 months. This is actually pretty crazy, dude. Who would have thought that Bitcoin, one of the best assets to own, top 7 in the world, would now be underneath U.S. Treasuries? not by just a little bit, but we're talking 12% below. Like the gap is massive. It's actually quite big, and it's kind of crazy when you look at it like that. I mean, U.S. Treasuries are obviously a big asset themselves, but here we are, Bitcoin, the seventh largest in the world. I think it's the seventh largest, right? Isn't Bitcoin isn't Bitcoin the seventh largest? It might have gone up, or it might have gone down now. Now I think of it, largest assets to own in the world. Assets, and I think it is Bitcoin's number 7, right? Assets ranked by market cap. Yeah, Bitcoin's 9 now, dude. Holy shit, it's actually 9 now. Damn, it actually did fall. It was originally 7. Now it's 9 for Bitcoin here. It was silver has even jumped up to number 6 now. That's crazy. Uh, yeah, it was number 7. It was actually trending above here when it was up, but yeah, it's fallen down pretty heavily here. Gold's still ranking number 1, but yeah, kind of wild when you actually look at it. Like the 4 highest reading in the cycle was 74.9. Every historic top has happened above a reading of 95. So we haven't even got close to the high yet, because usually every high peaks at 95. And you can see right here that here's when they're talking about the 95. And as you can see right now, we're sitting around roughly 96. So we're roughly right here at the 1 year marker. So I mean, technically, like if you're looking at these numbers here, above 95 would be at 302K is where it would be. And I think my over on TikTok, I think I'm frozen on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'm not, dude. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm stalled out on TikTok or not. I think I froze over on the TikTok side. That's probably why everyone's like, I don't have that many people watching, because I'm froze over here. I don't know how to change it. Oh shit. Oh shit. The fuck just happened, dude? Dude, I think I just literally lost my whole thing, dude. Holy crap. Your system has run. Oh, dude, what the fuck? Dude, that's crazy. What just happened, dude? Well, hopefully that still works. I don't know. That took a total dump right there. So we'll see if these things are picking up here. I'm gonna continue my live over here as well. Hopefully TikTok works over here. Yeah, kind of crazy. What the hell just happened right there? I honestly have no idea what just happened, but the whole thing just took a complete dump, dude. I opened up that site and like it's like my complete um my whole system just got totally obliterated right there. Do not click on that link. That's all I got to say. Do not click on the link in which I clicked on. So yeah, things are kind of going crazy right there. That's wild, dude. So hopefully you guys can all hear me now. I don't know, dude. Austin rugged us. Absolutely, dude. I don't know what the hell happened there, man. Literally lost everything, dude. Like totally disconnected, lost everything. So, but anyways, back to where we're at, and I don't even know where I ended, to be honest. I was all over the place, anyways. But yeah, here we go. Trying to get back to it, dude. Hopefully the market's not too bad. Obviously, I clicked on something and it completely obliterated everything. So yeah, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a little bit better here. Just let me get set up here real quick. Let's see if I save that real quick. Okay. Hopefully a little bit better. Hopefully the audio is better too. I don't know, dude. He's back. Yeah, dude. That was weird, dude. You're 5x5, good sound and video right now. Okay, good. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That was crazy. Dude. I opened it up and it was just like, holy crap, man. Um, everything just went black. Everything just like totally. I lost everything that I had open on my screen, dude. Like completely lost it. So you're gonna have to bear with me here while I look for some of it. I think I had some stuff opened up for the cycle here, but let's see here. I don't even know where I was. I think I was somewhere. Anyways, I'll start with this one, dude. This is the one I was going to be going to next, anyways. So, as you guys can see right here, this I posted this earlier, dude. I think this is actually a pretty good idea of where we're at. So, the bull market shapes. It says the cycle tops, the USD tops, the bear market declines, the bear market bottoms, the grind up phase, and then the parabolic launch. These two signals have explained every aspect of Bitcoin's 16-year chart. And as you can see, if you go back over here, we usually hit peaks right here on Bitcoin pricing based off business cycles. You got business cycle signal 1, which is showing you the levels that are coming in here, and then you actually see it from down here, which is the business cycle signal 2. And you can actually see that this was back in 2021. We hit these tops right here, and you can see in 2018, 17, 18, we hit the tops here. 2014, 2011, and right now we've actually had a prolonged downward trend of the business cycle, both from the signal 1 and the signal 2. And it's kind of crazy when you look at these things adding up here, is that you can see right now this green right here is a bull market ramp while bars are green. And then you'll see where it goes off into the white section, which is actually bull market profile determined by red bars. And we haven't even reached the red bars yet. So like, it's kind of crazy that we're at these levels and we have not even gone into a phase yet where, where we hit this. I mean, this is kind of like the grind up. We're still in like what they call the grind up phase, which is what this is. Like, we haven't even got close to anything, dude. I mean, like, it's kind of like this bull market shapes and we haven't even got to the cycle top yet. And so like when you're looking at these business cycles, it's kind of where it's at, you know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy, but I mean, that's what it is, dude. And these business cycles, I think, are a big part of what we should be looking at here. This is what my father, if you guys don't know, obviously my father brought this back up and had to been September, I think, of this year when he came on the stream here, and he was talking about how these cycle tops or this cycle it's going to be pretty rough going into, or he said it was going to be very soft. In Q4. Q4 was going to be soft this year. It was probably going to ramp up in Q1 and Q2 of 2026. And so far, that's actually panned out. And he said it was based off business cycle. He said it was based off of what was happening now with everything. And I mean, honestly, I think that it kind of is an extension of the bear in a way. In a way, it kind of is, right? I mean, we haven't really gone to where it's kind of still shaping up right now. We haven't got to the cycle tops, which again is showing positive. It's showing the positive side here. And some people will say, well, that's, we're in a bear market, but it's like, okay, well, these are actually showing some positive things out here. So it's, again, take it for what it is here. And I wish I still had the other chart up here showing, and it's kind of, I should have saved it, dude. And I'm so mad I didn't bookmark it because it actually showed a really, really good idea of where we're at from like a bearish standpoint. I wanted to also show the bearish side of this as well. And there was a chart. I wish I could find it again, dude. I probably won't be able to. I should have saved it. But it actually shows like a pretty good realistic outlook on where things are right now and where things could go. And unfortunately, I don't have it up here anymore because my computer decided to take a dump in the middle of this stream. So sorry for that. If I do find it, I'll let you guys know. So kind of threw me off on the stream here. Anyone into XDC? Definitely not, dude. Definitely not in XDC at all, actually. I feel like this BlackRock dumping of their ETFs right now, it makes it an effort to keep the price at 85 while dumping. Yeah, and you see right now, you saw Van Eck come out, right? Van Eck came out and actually said that they were going to be start introducing, their ETF side of it. They're launching an ETF as well, and that's actually really big. I mean, I think some people, they came out and actually, it's funny because you had, or sorry, I said Van Eck. Vanguard came out and said this. They came out and actually said that they were never going to open up an ETF, right? They were never going to open up one. They weren't going to touch it, and then boom, they came out and said that they're actually going to do it, right? It says year-to-date net inflows are now up 17%. So you have these people coming out and making these announcements saying that they never will do something, yet they go out and do it. Just like when BlackRock came out and said that they'll never do a XRP ETF. Like I call BS on that, dude. I think eventually they will. They'll see the money. It's all about money, and I think that eventually they'll see that. And that's kind of where it's at for me. Is that I think a majority of these people are actually going to see that the money can be made in this, and that's what they're going to go after, dude. And Vanguard's no different. They saw it, and that's kind of where it's at right now. Okay, here's one of the charts I was going to show as well. This actually shows right here that for the first time in nearly 2 years, Bitcoin price is trading below the network Metcalf here, or the Metcalf value. While this does not necessarily signal a bottom, it does indicate that most leverage has been removed and the bubble has been deflated. It says price to Metcalf value has been a good indicator of future performance. On any given day, when price is less than the Metcalf, performance is positive 1 year later, 96% of the time. And the average gain is about 132%. That compares to about a 75 to 68% for other periods. So basically what this is saying is that even though this is close, it might not be in, but we do know that a massive amount of leverage has been removed and that bubble has been deflated, which is good. That's what you kind of want, right? And so here's where we're at. And when you start to look at these things, when they falls below this level, you can see right here, anytime we fall, the blue line is the Metcalf, and then the price of Bitcoin is obviously over here in the green. And you can see that anytime that we actually get close to hitting this, right, we actually seem to fall off here in terms of price to the Metcalf. And every time we fall down, we actually go back up in value. So this is something to think about here. It's something to actually, consider, something to follow. And that's kind of what you want. I mean, every time that we go below it, we actually pump back up above it just slightly. But I mean, it's something to monitor here, which I thought was actually pretty good. You can see over here as well, odds are higher. I mean, look at that, dude. 96% chance, 132 for average gains. That's pretty good. I mean, again, these are just averages. This is nothing like set in stone here. It's kind of just an average across the board here. I showed that yesterday. Nothing new here on that side of it. So, yeah, kind of a wild ride right now, dude. So, y'all might want. What did it say? Y'all think Michael Saylor chews on carrots? Maybe. Did you sell crypto wallets through the? I did not do that. No. Y'all think Michael Saylor, what does that say? Codecore. Austin, do you think the breaking MicroStrategy to get their BTC before they will move the markets again? I don't know. They're not I don't think MicroStrategy is selling. They're not selling any of their BTC. I know that. I don't think that they're selling it. And I think Michael Saylor actually came out and put a stat test saying that they weren't selling. What's crazy is that the Bitcoin market cap that they own is $10 billion more than the actual market cap of MicroStrategy. So that alone is kind of wild when you think about that. So, the whole MicroStrategy thing is wild. As you guys know, Chase has been, JP Morgan's been shorting the hell out of MicroStrategies. Like that's why MicroStrategies is struggling. You can see all the stuff coming out about it. And again, I mean, that's the kind of sucky part about it. I mean, you see that happen with Tesla. You saw Bill Gates out there shorting Tesla, shorting, anything that Elon got his hands into, he was out there shorting. So, that's kind of the name of the game. So I can quit if I want. So if there were all delusional XRP moon boys hang out, no, we're not. I wouldn't say that we're all delusional moon boys for XRP. I'd say that we like XRP. And I think that a lot of us got in early on XRP and we want XRP to succeed. I'd say that. So yeah, excited again. I think it's all a matter of where it's at. I mean, I think that again, the ETFs just came out. I think it's really good. It took a long time for the Ethereum ETF to actually gain traction. So yeah. Hey, Austin, how do you feel about launching Pure and Cent during this bear market? Can this hurt the project since the markets are so bloody? I don't think I'll give you Cent, like Pure, obviously is going to be they're going to be doing their thing towards the end of the year, right? And I think the pre-sale ends at the end of the year. Scent, I think Scent's a different beast, dude. No pun with what they are, but I mean, I think Sentinel is a different animal when it comes to what they're trying to do. Again, the biggest thing is having to make money and generate money for the markets. That's the biggest thing you got to do, dude. If you can't do that, you're going to struggle as a project anyways. It doesn't matter whether you launch in the bull market or you launch in the bear market. If you can't actually generate income as a project, you're screwed. So the first thing you should do when you look at a project is, can they generate money? Or can people use it or generate money from it? Are they self-sustainable to some degree to where they can fund the things that they say they're going to fund? If the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't be buying that project. That's just my personal opinion. And majority of the projects that are out there, they can't answer that question. A lot of these projects, dude, just go back and review some of them, dude. They can't actually sustain a project because they can't make money off of it, right? The good thing is that Exceller coming out here, Exceller obviously creating their Fox formula. They know that they have to push money through the Fox formula for the Fox formula to be successful. So what did they do? Instead of going out there and trying to, do all this stuff, they said, you know what, we're actually going to create something to where we're going to force feed the Fox formula through the profits in which are created through Sentinel. And so the whole thing is to deploy bots and arbitrage centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. And that's exactly what Sentinel is doing. And then any profits that are generated are going to go back to not only Exceller, but it's also going to go back to Cent. So to me, like Cent's a no-brainer, dude. Like, that's what you want in these crypto spaces, dude. You want something out there that's actually going to generate a profit. A majority of these projects can't generate a profit, dude. I bet you probably there's probably a crap ton out here that can't generate a profit. Even ones in the top 10 here, and I'm not going to go dog some of the ones out here, but I mean, some of these are struggling to even generate anything. You know what I mean? And the ones that actually do generate are the ones that are actually, making money off here. Like official Trump token right here doesn't generate a profit, dude. The only way this is going to go up is if rich people buy into it. You know what I mean? Like those are going to be the struggles here when you start to look at these things. Same with Bonk, same with Pudgy Penguin. Like, you go down the list of these things, and there's nothing against that. Like, people love these tokens and love them, but I mean, some of these other ones don't actually make any income to run the project itself. So that's what you got to look at. Why did Zcash? Well, let's take a look at Zcash. Like, why did Zcash and Monero, why did they blow up so much? It's because people started to use the protocol. People started to use the privacy protocols, which allowed these projects to grow exponentially in this market. Why is Aster still sitting here at 37? It's because it's a decentralized perpetual exchange that feeds the fees and buys the token based off fees that are generated. So I mean, like, you got to look at it that way, dude. And if you can't find that in a project, you probably, like I said, you probably shouldn't touch it, dude. Let's see here. Hey, Austin, I'm at the Pure app. Do I import my wallet to start a new one? How will I find my XRP? Rio, what you could do is you can actually import your seed phrase into like SafePal. If you're not liking what you're seeing with Pure Wallet, just go over to SafePal and upload your seed phrase into like SafePal or MetaMask. Actually, don't do it in MetaMask if you're looking for XRP. Do it in a SafePal. SafePal recognizes XRP, so you can do it over there. Memes are going to be considered baseball cards. Where can I check out Cent? You can just go to the website, bro. It's actually Sentinel OX, and you can check it out there. I mean, this thing is, like I said, people will say, "Oh, people have done this. People have done this before." No, they haven't. They've tried. They've tried to do bots like this before, but they have never been successful. And one thing about Cent that I think supersedes any of the other projects out there that are trying to put bots into the space here is that Sentinel's giving back to the community. It's giving things that are generated back to the community. No other bot's doing that, right? No other bot. Everything out there is to generate a bot to give the people who created the bot income for themselves. This is going back to the project. Like, go read the tokenomics, go read what's about here. And that's the most exciting thing about it, dude. What on earth is XPL listed Coinbase as new? I have no idea. XPL, market's cooked. The market is a little cooked. I'll give you that. So market's definitely down just a tad bit, man. It's and again, this last hour is trying to make a little bit of a comeback. Again, XRP back to 200. It's been hovering around the 203 to 199 all day long. Excuse me. It's been hovering around there. You know what's funny? Awesome. I talked about how I initially wanted XCL because it reminded me of the Matrix, and now they have Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel's pretty. I mean, Sentinel's. I actually think for me, like, XCL is obviously going to benefit significantly from Sentinel, but Sentinel brings something completely different. And that's, again, just my opinion here. I like these things. Doesn't mean anyone else has to like them. I like Acceler. Doesn't mean everyone else has to like Acceler. I still talk about Acceler. I think Acceler is still a good project. Still up, 300%. Still looking good. Tempted to buy more XCL at this price. Yeah, it's down pretty good. I mean, it's down what, 0.03, 0.027 or something like that. So yeah. But yeah, Sentinel is actually setting itself up pretty good. I mean, right now it's sitting at what, 1,028,466 in the pre-sale with 22 days left. There's already going $12,000, almost $13,000 going to an XCL burn, $21,500 going to a Sentinel burn, and about $8,593 going to the holders through rewards here. And again, you can see right now the bot is over the last 5 days, it looks like the bot has struggled slightly. Still generating something, right? 1.6, 1.4, 1.9, 2.8. So it's not generating a ton, but it is doing a pretty good amount every day, right? And so through arbitrage, through buys and sells, whatever it is, I mean, obviously the daily performance is still staying positive, even with the markets being the way they're at, right? So yeah, shout out to that. It's time to stack up, boys. DCA, yeah, I bought more XCL today as well. Damn, all right. I have a lot of folks interested in XRP, but most don't understand why Ripple holds 40%. They say they can rug pull at any time. I think a lot of the tokens are locked. So, yeah, and again, I think that they lock them back up. They use about what, 200 million or 200 million or 2 billion. I think every time it unlocks, there's like 5 billion that unlock. They use 2 billion for whatever it is, and I think they lock the majority of them back up. So, yeah, I mean, people will say that, but I mean, they have a lot more going for, to rug a project off of a, is crazy, especially a top 3 crypto. Yeah. Austin, is Cent going to allow me to make 2 stacks, whenever Tangent gets my wallet to me, or is it only going to let me buy for 1 wallet? No, it should let you do whatever you want, dude. I think you should be able to do whatever you want, dude. Most alts down 60 to 70% on the year. Yeah, I mean, that's close. We're getting close to the position where where alts are, we're talking that 70 to 80%, right? 85% of all alts in a bear market, hit ground level, right? That's almost at the level of a bear market there. So, let's see here. Yeah, haven't been in a while. What's up with the Pure Wallet? I think the Pure Wallet's getting close, right? Pure Wallet's almost there, dude. Pure Wallet pre-sale is coming to almost to an end here. What are they left at? They're sitting at roughly 29 days. So 29 days until this pre-sale is over, right? Unlock exclusive Pure Wallet tokens. Next price discount is in 000. So obviously that's at a 0. So I guess it just stays where it's at now. I'm going to need a rug after I'm done with John. Yeah, so that's kind of where it's at, dude. December 31st for the Pure Wallet. Is that when it ends? Yeah, December 31st. So that's at least when the pre-sale ends here. So yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see where that goes. My focus right now, obviously I have some money tied up in the Pure Wallet here, but my focus right now is to sort of see where this goes. That's the next one for me, dude, for sure. By any chance, have you had your buddy Skywalker go over the Cent? I have not, Crypto Keeper Joel. I did talk to Skywalker the other day. He was talking about XCL. I got to reach out to him and have him look into Cent. My first time with XCL, I had some obviously new project, developers behind it. No one knew who they were. Contract comes out. Things went really well with Acceler. So I was like, obviously you have a dev team behind here who knows what they're doing. They did a phenomenal job with XCL. Like now they're coming out with the Cent token to drive XCL. Like I didn't have as many reservations, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Which pre-sale do you see higher long-term returns, Cent or Pure Wallet? I think it's because they're two different things, man. They're two different things. I think that they could both do well, but for me, like right now, Cent is kind of the one more long-term for me. As much as I love the Pure Wallet team, obviously you guys know that, but Cent, they're giving a lot back. I mean, they're giving a lot of the things back, a lot of their profits back to the whole thing, right? That's kind of what it is. The profits are going back to build the project, and not only build the project, but build Acceler as well. So for me, I guess probably Cent if I had to pick like right now. What's up, A-Team? I just joined the Cent pre-sale. Hell yeah, Boomer. What's up, Boomer? Good to see you, my guy. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's kind of a good thing to look at here. But again, that's just my opinion. I don't know what I don't know what Cent's going to be able to do. It's a pre-sale. You know how pre-sales go. You know, they go up, they go down. You know, they do a bunch of things. You know, and there's never a guarantee. There's never a 100% guarantee of what's going to happen here with them. You guys know that. You know, Acceler was definitely a anomaly. But the good thing is I'll tell you this: there's not a lot of great projects out there. You know, up and coming projects on Ethereum. So Cent is an Ethereum based crypto. And even if you go back and look at like just Ethereum right now, just go to the DEX side, there's not like a ton of up and coming or good Ethereum based cryptos out there right now. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but it is true. I mean, you know, Acceler stayed in the top trending for a month, for like well over a month and a half. Acceler trended on both DEX Screener and DEX tools here for a good month and a half, just based off volume, based off everyone. So I mean, like to me, like that's huge. You know what I mean? I doubled my Cent bag today. Hell yeah, dude. He said that he likes it. He says that there's got to be more volume. He agreed that there has to be more volume through it, but you know he did push his transactions through it. It worked. He said it's actually good. There just has to be more volume that comes through it, right? And there has to be marketing for it. There has to be, and I think once more volume goes through and people start to see, they obviously have to lower fees as well. The fees are super high. We know that fees are super high. They got to lower the fees. I think that maybe that's going to be coming here as well. So we'll see how that goes. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you over on the TikTok side, buddy. Hope all is well, my friend. Hey there. What's up, Neil? Yeah, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that's awesome, Road Dog. Should I go for Cent or XCL? Yeah, it's up to you, man. You know, XCL, I think they both have a good chance of doing very, very well. You know, I think that Cent has to obviously come out here and the decentralized autonomous organism that it is has to deliver for both Cent and XCL. And I think that if that happens, things are going to look good for both projects. Getting ready to plow snow all night. Oh, damn, bro. Yeah, that's that landscaper life right there, dude. De-icing and plowing, man. I get it, dude. That was a lot of my winters as well. As long as it works, that's a good sign. Just need the marketing and lower fees. I think so too, my batch. And I think it's actually what's great about it is I think from the lower fee standpoint, like right now we know, I think people said it's working. I actually haven't even made a trade or moved any funds across Acceler yet. Yeah, that's pretty bad, right? So like I just hear from what the community is saying about it through X. How do I sell pure token when it's time? You just sign up for YouTube, dude. Sign up for YouTube, dude. Frederick, whatever, man. You crazy. Yeah, just go to Uniswap, dude. White gold. It is kind of white gold, right? I mean, snowplowing is kind of crazy, dude. Yeah, but that's the best thing after Cent presale when my tokens show up on MetaMask. Yeah, that's where it's going to show up, dude. Anything that pushes this here, it's going to show up on MetaMask, dude. It'll just be airdropped to your wallet. My Friday just told me my friend just told me about XCL, so I go research about it, and now in your live chat. Oh, what's up? Yeah, appreciate that, Sylvan. No, you're good, Frederick. I got it. Thank you. Yeah, yikes! Just opened my Uniswap. Yeah, be careful. Next big pump probably around February tax time. Could be, dude. Outdoor mature nature show. But all right, guys, I got to hop off here, dude. I got some things I got to wrap up. I actually didn't get my descaling done. I got to go do that before the night's over so that we can take some showers. Our water has been a little bit cold, and a lot of it has to do with I got to descale my I got to descale the water heater or the water pump. I said water pump. Yeah. That's what I got to do, dude. I got to go out there and do that. My water heater, my tankless water heater. Gosh, I couldn't say it. That's what I got to go descale for the next hour and a half. So I got to hop off here before it gets too late. So with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. I will be on here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely be there, be square. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out of here. Peace out, everyone.